Hey everybody, it's Dalton. I want to talk to you about something that happens to all of us as fishermen, whether you're a bass fisherman or you fish some other species. Yesterday, my wife and I were out at the lake here, and man, the morning was a phenomenal topwater bite. We were getting good bites all through the day, and it was just a great day. I came out here today, and the fishing pretty much sucked. Now, what do you do on a day like that where you come out to a lake, you expected a great day, and you kind of notice something happened? If you look behind me, there's some clouds that have rolled in. There's a humidity in the air. That whole barometric pressure thing has changed, and that does affect the bass bite. So what do you do when that happens? Well, I do two things. One, I will try to go to an area and fish that I either haven't fished in a long time or I've never been to. I'm looking to make some kind of a change. Whatever I'm doing out here is not working. So I'll go someplace where I've never fished or I haven't been in a long time. The other thing that I do, I'm going to fish the bait that I'm most confident with on that lake. On this particular lake, because there's not a lot of cover, there's not a lot of weed and brush in the water and all that, pretty much an open lake, my confidence bait out here is straight up a tube. Now there's two types of tubes that I fish. One of them, I believe this is called a Terminator. This is called I believe it's a Terminator drop shot tube. It's a very small tube, and what I do is I'll take, this might be an owner, I'll have it for you in the description. I'll take a little ball head jig, and I'll just simply insert that into the tube, and once I get it all the way up to the head of the tube, I just will go ahead and get that the little hook eye and bust it through that plastic, and that way I can tie it on. Little guy, fun to catch though. Got him on a really tiny tube. The other tube that I like to use, which is my favorite, is the Strike King coffee tube. It's the 3.5, and I will use my favorite weight is a 3/8 ounce goby head. I will go up to a 1/2 ounce. As far as the one I was talking about a second ago, the little drop shot tube, I use either a 3/16 or a 1/4 ounce ball head jig. But on this one, I use a 3/8 or a 1/2 ounce, but almost 90% of the time it's going to be a 3/8. Again, you thread it through the same way. You bust that little eye of the hook right through the plastic. You can tie it on there. Now, to make it easier to get it through the plastic, what I do is I just take a little bit of bait scent, and I put it in the opening, put the jig head in there. It goes through without any problem. There we go. There we go. Boy, he's sure a squirrely one. Man, this guy's mad. Got him on this little tube right here. It's a little watermelon red flake. Just kind of scooting it along the bottom. I'm actually throwing this thing on 100% braid, 15 pound braid. I took a couple of feet and just took my black marker and marked it up, and he hit it really hard. Water's kind of cloudy over here. Anytime you can use braid, straight braid, if the water's cloudy, use straight braid. It just makes things a lot more sensitive and a lot more strong. So when you're having a tough day, try to fish areas you haven't fished before or you haven't in a long time, and pull out your most confident bait and throw that bait over and over. And it bailed me out today. I was able to catch some fish. I hope this helps. Have a good day. I'll talk to you soon. This is always what cracks me up about bass. I threw a 3.5 inch tube and caught a bass about half his size.